There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. And the corn is as high as an elephant's eye. And it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. Welcome to Oklahoma and the Cap Guy Show, starring the Cap Guy, JT, and Virginia Slim, and let's get the show on the road. Just never know what's going to happen on this show. In case anybody didn't know, that's from the musical Oklahoma. Love that song. Love the Surrey with the fringe on the top too. That's a good one too. First of all, I'll go into the sales, and I didn't list anything yesterday. I needed to, and I didn't. Actually, I stand corrected. I listed a bunch of convict jumpsuits and a couple of t-shirts that I had to wash, and I'll discuss those, what I sold, and I want to welcome a new subscriber. I think my first international subscriber. I sold and I'll get into it in a few minutes, but I sold something to a lady in Western Australia. And welcome to the channel, Carol. I won't give your last name for privacy reasons, but thank you for subscribing. We had quite the conversations. I spent 5 glorious days in the area where she lives. Back in 1982 aboard the USS Constellation on a port visit to Perth, Western Australia. We were actually piered at Fremantle, right south of there, and I loved Australia. And I think, looking back on it, it was probably my favorite country of the 13 I went to in the 4 years I was in the Navy. And a lot of it, I think, is because it reminded me of home, because it is very similar to America in a lot of ways, except they drive on the wrong side of the road. And anyway, I spent 5 days. Me and a buddy of mine took leave, and we actually got an apartment, and we pretended we were civilians. Went to the community pool. Of course, we hit the discos at night, but we went shopping at the mall. I mean, we just got away from the Navy. We'd been at sea for 51 days, and we were ready to get away from the ship. And at the time, and anyway, yeah, don't even care about my personal deal, but anyway, it was a fun time, and the people loved us. They loved Americans. And I really enjoyed it. But welcome. If there aren't anybody that are watching or that subscribes to my channel that's not from the U.S., that lives outside of it, let me know in the comments. I don't know if I have other international subscribers. But again, Carol bought something, and I'll talk about it in a little bit and what she's going to do with it. And we'll get into what I sold. And I had 11 sales yesterday. So 7 Saturday, 11 yesterday, 18 sales, and a lot of them are repeat things. I don't know why all of a sudden they're taking off, but hey, it's money. Sales are sales, profit's profit, take it all day long. And it was a good weekend. It's the best weekend I've had in a couple of weeks. So we'll get into what I sold and go through those items. The first item I bought back in mid-April at a thrift store, a ministry thrift store that was essential, and she feeds a lot of homeless and stuff. And I bought a bunch of Ralph Lauren t-shirts. This is Denim Supply, and what you see here, long sleeve regular shirts. I paid $5 a piece for every shirt, t-shirt or dress shirt, and I had this on a 15% off sale. Again, I paid $5. I sold it for $25.41. And I made $16.60 off that shirt. But Ralph Lauren Denim Supply is definitely something you want to find. Again, I talk about it. Ralph Lauren itself, unless it's a larger size or unless it's really stands out as a color people would want. Pink sells pretty well for guys. But I would stay away from Ralph Lauren in general, other than this Denim Supply. You want to buy those. You'll make a little bit on those. The next item is something that, again, I don't know why all of a sudden they're flying off the shelf, but this particular one is a orange inmate suit. and it's actually OCI, which means it's an Oklahoma Correctional one, because at the where I get these, they're donated by a federal transfer center, and a transfer center is where they transfer prisons from around the country as they're moving from prison to prison. So I get them from all over the country, and sometimes I don't know where they're from, but there's different manufacturers of them, etc. But anyway, I sold this for $33 on a best offer, plus shipping. It goes in a priority flat rate envelope, and I made $25.80 off that. The next is the item you probably see a lot if you watch my channel. I have been lucky enough to find a source for these. It shows that I have 14 left, but I actually have another box of 20 that I haven't even added to it, and I'm going to keep it that way. I'm selling about 6 to 8 of these a month, and I'm making $20 per box. I buy them at $3.25 and sell them for $27.89 plus shipping on top. On this particular one, because of postage and where it was going, I made $19.65. I typically make right about 20. The next item is and I'm glad it's leaving my house because I am a diehard Texas Longhorn fan. Of course, I do live in Oklahoma, but that doesn't matter. This is a vintage Oklahoma Sooners Fire snapback cap, and it's in pretty good condition. It is vintage, like I said, and you can see it's Logo Athletic. Logo 7 or Logo Athletic, Proline, those are all good vintage name brands that you can buy in the sports caps that'll garner you a little more money than, your typical Nike or those. But anyway, I sold it for $22 plus shipping. It is going to, unfortunately, Texas, where this person must be confused like I am and living in the wrong state. But I made a $20 profit off that cap. I paid 18 cents for it at the bins. This one I showed as a Hong Kong. I bought it last Saturday in an estate sale. Paid $1.50 for it. Again, it's an AC adapter. Going to grab these things. I sold it for $10 plus shipping. It did go in a priority flat rate envelope. It had some weight to it. And I made $7.70 off that adapter. And again, it's not huge profit, but some of these things go for $20 and $30. These I've had since last summer. I bought these, and when I first saw them, I thought I'd hit a home run with them. They're Atlanta Hawks warm-up pants, and that's the vintage Nike logo. Obviously, when you're looking at Nike, if you see red tags, that's pretty much current. If you see orange Nike tags, especially on T-shirts and things, those are really old, and you want to get those. Now, on the Nike, when it has the Nike with the swoosh under it, that means it's a little bit older too, and you want to grab those too in just about anything you can find, jerseys especially. These are vintage. They are XXL. They do have a defect, and I didn't realize it till I got them home. I paid $4.23, but whoever wore these was dragging them on the ground, so they need some attention on one leg at the bottom, and they need the hem sewn back up, and that was mentioned in the description. These could have garnered a lot more money, but I was ready to get rid of them. I sold them for $9.58. I paid $4.23, and I ended up making $6.40 on them. And those also went priority mail. The next is the jacket, or the lady that from Australia, that Carol, she really wanted this jacket. I had it for $49. I got this at an estate sale at the end of February, where I spent $110 on a bunch of stuff. Harley jackets, vintage Marlboro, Merle Haggard, Harley Davidson shirts, cameras, cell phones, and several jackets, and this is one of the jackets. The negative was that they did have smoke. They'd been sitting in a house for a long time, and they had smoke smell, cigarette smoke smell. So I aired them out, cleaned them up, wiped them down, and got them to be faint with the smell, but it's still there. In leather, it's hard to get out. You can use baking soda. There are some things you can Google to help get the smell out even more, but it's very faint now. This one has a couple of patches that I applied. It's a thinsulate with fringe. You can see the patch on the arm there, and then there was another patch on the other arm. It's in really good shape otherwise. You can see it's a medium, a women's medium, and it's a really nice jacket. I comped it at about $5 is what I paid for it with everything I bought that day. I did work with the lady because the shipping was going to be high. It was over 5 pounds to Western Australia. and she wanted to go through the international versus the GSP. So it was going to cost $62 to ship. It's what it ended up being, and that's what she paid me. And so I'll lose a little bit there because PayPal gets 2.3% of that, as y'all know. But I sold her for $40. Had basically about $5 invested. The lady said she rides with a bunch of other women and is going to enjoy this jacket immensely. So I'm glad and enjoy. I did make $21.55 profit when it was all said and done. The next item is a Harry Potter PlayStation game. Nothing special about it. It's just PS1. I paid 49 cents for this. Sold it for $8.42 plus shipping. I actually lost some money because I had it at media mail, but I shipped it first class, and I made $5.60 on it. So nothing special, but hey, profit is a profit, right? The next item I sold was another one of these inmate jumpsuit, and this one I believe I sold to the same person that bought 3 of them the other night when my phone chinged 3 times in a row. I don't know what this one person's doing with a bunch of jumpsuits, but at this point, I don't care. I'm making money on them, and I'm selling them, and it's making me want to source more because if they're moving, I'm going to be buying because I'm making good money on them. This one I paid $1.98. It is a 3X top and a 2X bottom. It's blue. Paid $1.98. Sold it for $30. I did make a mistake and charged first-class shipping. And when I'm in a hurry and I'm zooming through listings, I don't always check and make sure it goes priority because it will go priority. It's heavy. But I did go ahead and ship it priority because it was going to go that way anyway, and I used a flat rate envelope, and I still made $21.70 on it. But I got to pay attention on that. I thought it would default because I was in the mode of listing just those, and I thought it was just going to remind itself, but it didn't. So the next item I've had for a while too, I got last summer. It is a brand new with tag, a $36 tag, NBA Fit by Adidas jersey. It is 2XL plus 2, meaning 2 in length. And I paid $2 for this. I had 2 of them. I'd sold one previously. It was a smaller size. I ended up taking a 20% off, and then I did a best offer when I saw the watcher again trying to move it. On the back, it says NBA Cares. It's kind of a, like I said, it's a shirt / jersey. You could use it either way, but it looks like a jersey, except it doesn't have numbers and things. I made $9.40 on this when it was all said and done. And the last item that I sold late last night was another one of these, and this one's actually going to Czechoslovakia. I've sold a few over there and to the Netherlands as well. Again, whatever you're doing, keep it up, keep buying. This was a 2XL top with an XL bottom, orange. Paid $2.98 for it just last weekend. Sold it for $28.99 with shipping on top. It's going through the GSP. And I made $24.55 off that. So on the day, I made 11 sales. Cost of goods was $32.09. Total sales was $247.81. And the total profit was $185.73. For the weekend, I had, that's Saturday and Sunday, 18 sales, $73.94 in cost of goods, $477.51 in total sales, so just shy of 500, and $344.98 profit, so almost $175 a day profit. So not bad. Take it all day long, and like I said, it was a better weekend than I've had in the past 2 weekends. Things have picked up here lately, and got some good numbers running. Other than that, took Mom to dinner yesterday and had a good dinner with Mom, and my mother's 77 for the others who don't know, and enjoyed our time, and got back and worked on listing and et cetera, et cetera. So today I'll be listing the stuff that I bought this weekend, which wasn't a lot of stuff if you watched my video this weekend on yesterday. But I've got to get that done, and I've got all the clothing caught up, and then I'm going to start preparing for probably a yard sale in the next 2 or 3 weeks. This weekend's not going to be good. It's going to be wet. It's going to be wet all week here this week. But Anyway, I'm going to get rid of some death pile stuff and some stuff that has come unlisted. If you're doing auctions, you got to be careful if you're doing a lot of numbers, because when they run out and you don't relist them quickly, you can forget them, and then you'll have stuff that ain't listed and you'll have it in your inventory. So that's why I prefer buy it nows over auctions. I think they're the best way to go. And right now, with all the listings that they're giving us, and then the fact that I've upgraded to a premium store and got more listings free, and that's the way you want it. You want them free, not paying for each listing. You just got to be careful with your inventory and make sure you stay on top of it and you relist it if it ends. Auctions are mainly for things that you don't know or you think could have value, like that snapback cap that I got this weekend, that K Products cotton hat. I'll run that on auction because I don't know where it's going to end up, and I want to see how high it'll go. I could easily put it on and buy it now, but I may undercut myself or I may overcut myself, so or overcharge or overprice it. That's about it. Gonna hit the post office. I got a ton to take to the post office, and this is just the haul from Saturday and yesterday, and I'm gonna get another IKEA bag because I got envelopes. Last night I ordered my priority shipping supplies, and the ones I go through mostly are the 1092s. I did order some 1095s and 97s, flat rate padded envelopes, and shoe boxes. Excuse me. I've got plenty of number 7s right now, and those are the primary ones that I use. So hope I helped you. If I did, please like, subscribe, comment, and we will talk to you tomorrow as we always do. Cap Guy out.